I love anything kind of visual stuff that makes you think.
Charles Brooks started playing music at 11 and taking photos at 14, and he loves both. He became a concert cellist and played with orchestras in Brazil, Chile, and China for 20 years. These exotic places inspired him to take photographs of landscapes and other musicians. Then the pandemic hit with long lockdowns and social distancing.
When people were unavailable, it's like, right, what else can this camera see that's sort of beyond my vision? And so I naturally turned towards the classical musical instruments that are around me. There were new technologies, new lenses coming out, and for the first time there were these sort of probe lenses available to the public. So I picked one of them up and found my way inside some instruments, and that was the beginning of this whole rather extraordinary journey.
Charles wanted to show the inside of a musical instrument in great detail, but that's not an easy task. He had to take nearly 1,000 pictures for one single image.
Sometimes between 100 and 1,000 photographs go into any one shot. And this is because once the lens is inside the instrument, it's very, very dark. We can't put too much light into the instruments because the lights get hot and can actually damage the outside of the instrument. And that means that you've only got a tiny sliver of what you're looking at in focus, sometimes just 2 or 3 millimeters. I'm taking a shot, moving the focus, taking a shot, moving the focus, and repeating this process for a long time, then running it through some special software that just combines all of the in-focus bits and throws away all the blurry parts. Now when you're presented with something that's very small but everything is sharp all the way from the front right as far as the eye can see, your brain sort of assumes that, well, this can't be tiny, it must be large. It's an optical illusion.
He photographed the inside of violins, pianos, cellos, flutes, saxophones, and clarinets. This placed the viewer directly inside the music.
Whenever I'm looking at these, it almost feels as if the instrument has become its own sort of concert hall. You can imagine all that sound reverberating through there and imagine yourself standing in it.
Brooks approaches these instruments with great reverence and considers them an extension of the musician himself.
There was one particular cello by an unknown maker that was once hit by a train. You can see all of these repairs going through the instrument, and for some reason the various luthiers involved started to sign their work on this particular cello, and that's very unusual.
He hopes to continue to find new things that the camera can see and people can't. He wants to give the viewer fresh experiences that open the mind and add a new perspective to things.